In Dental Center Miletic, I'm head of oral surgery and I perform all of the surgery. So that will include the implant placement, bone augmentations, and so on, stuff that you went through. Yeah.
I just started with one chair and one patient. So in 10 years, we now have the whole building is ours. And we have about 25 people who are highly trained and specialized to do dental treatment. We use implants, crowns, veneers, and full mouth to partial mouth restorations.
It is a full reconstruction, you know, where we have to give you back everything. We have to give you your bite, your smile line, your aesthetics, your function. You know, everything has to be recreated from scratch. I specialize in oral surgery, so I had a residency training that was lasted for 4 years, specifically for oral surgery. After that, I performed master courses around Europe and around the world for special parts or certain parts of implant surgery, which would be, let's say, bone augmentations and soft tissue surgery and so on. Those were master courses, lasted about 1 year to 2 years, depending on the course. Right, so I do surgery, he doesn't do surgery at all. And he does his, prosthetics and aesthetics, which I don't do at all, so we really never cross roads. So there's no competition because we can't compete. We're doing totally different things. But there's a lot of teamwork.
Yeah.
And a good relationship we have with everyone in our clinic. The people that work in the lab, our assistants. Even look at the pictures inside of the mouth. In most cases, you can get really close to the price because it's just some stuff from experience that you see in a person's mouth that you can evaluate approximately what you're going to need to do, and then, you know, it usually turns out to be very, very close to the original price.
We're talking about 6th grade, 5th, 6th grade, when I decided I want to become a dentist. And so it just grew with me, and today I'm one of the leading dentists in the world, which is amazing. And I never thought 10, 12 years ago, when I opened this, I never thought I was going to be talking to you here today, and I'm going to have 25 people. Let's say, for your case, complex as it gets. So where we have to plan a completely new bite, aesthetics, function, and make sure everything works. Yeah. So it is highly complex. We have our own protocol, which we developed in-house. Because of this protocol, I am one of 15 people in the world for a firm called Amann Girbach, key opinion leader, where we use it's a German company, German-Austrian, where we use their materials, CNC machines, to restore our patients' smiles.
I'm primarily focused and only focused on surgery. That's all I do all day, and you know, I perform thousands of implants a year and surgeries a year, and working like that and specializing in that, of course, it's going to give me better results, you know, than doing everything average, you know what I mean? So then Ivan, my brother, he focuses on the prosthetic part, which would be taking the impressions, prepping the teeth, making the crowns and so on. And in that kind of collaboration between us, you know, you can get great results. Very hard to give someone an estimate without seeing at least some kind of pictures or some kind of X-rays or something, because you know, everybody's different. The procedure, the idea is the same. You get the implants done, you come back in 4 months, you get the impressions, but every person turns out different. I mean, it turns out the whole work turns out to be different because someone has, you know, someone doesn't have an even jaw, someone has a different kind of bite, someone has, and it's, you know, the same procedure, but it's always different. It's never the same.
We're not huge, we're not big, we're not like 80 people. We're smaller, we're more concentrated on our patients, and we take more time with our patients. And good is not enough, it has to be perfect. Perfect is what we strive for in every part of the job. So from the dentists, from the people at the reception, the dentists, the oral surgeon, who's my brother, the lab, the people on the phone which talk to you, they all want to give the patient the best possible solution to their problem. Not the cheapest, but the best. And now we are in an international dental clinic which works with patients from all over the world, and we're doing amazing things. Yeah, we're returning smiles to our patients' faces. Yeah, and doing things which people couldn't believe or couldn't afford in their home country. Yeah, so life is a dream.
Generally in Croatia, people are laid back. If anyone who visited, especially the Dalmatian coast, will know. But in general, it's not so hyped like it would be in the States or London, let's say, with big cities where everyone's stressed and going and working, and it's a little bit more laid back. And that's one of the things, that the type of lifestyle that we like here in Zagreb and why we're here. Today, dentistry is not the same as it was 10 years ago. It's completely different. Today I don't know, I place the implants, we have CT scans that show us exactly how much bone you have, exactly. So before surgery, I can plan out exactly where I want the implants. I can see any kind of trouble that might be in my way when I start the surgery, so I can pre-plan that already. So it gives me diagnostically very, very good view into what we're getting into. After that, of course, we have great impression materials. We actually even have intraoral scanners that are used in some certain cases to scan without even using classic impression materials, depending on the work that's being done. And of course, you have the lab, which is everything digitally planned, and we have the CAD/CAM system, which cuts the teeth. So I mean, you have a computer that's cutting teeth. Yeah. So it's filing down material to make material, depending on what you use, zirconia, it doesn't matter. It files it down to make teeth that are going to be later placed in the mouth. So I mean, it gives you great results and very precise results, and it excludes the potential mistake that a human hand can make. We can't put you to sleep really, because I mean, we can physically, we can put you to sleep, but this is a type of surgery that I need you awake, so you have to actually turn your head, open your mouth, close your mouth, and so on. There's parts of it where you have to be part of the surgery, of course. I mean, what we do is usually you have medication that you can take that can really calm you down and so on. So maybe it's a little bit better with the medication just to relax a little bit, but completely out, it's not an option.
But no nitrous?
No. Maybe we can organize something for you.
Yeah, if you could, yeah.
We actually have a cap on patients which we can do a month. We have a cap where I implemented it, me and my brother, and where it doesn't allow us to go over it, because we believe that if we start going over a certain number, that quality will go down, and quality is number one. Yeah, we want our patients to get the highest quality dental treatment which they deserve. Our cap is about 40 to 50, and after that it just spills into the next month or the next month. So in your case, we had that little hiccup on the fitting, but the thing is that we know exactly what we're doing and how we're doing it. So that's why the middle phase, when you came back on the planning phase, so your trip was divided into 3 phases, yeah? So the first was the surgery phase and the immediate load phase, where we placed the implants. And since we did a full mouth restoration for you, we did in one jaw, we did 4 implants and a bridge on the implants. So it's called an all-on-4 protocol. There we can immediately load the implants with a temporary bridge like we did in your case, yeah? So that was the first phase. The second phase is extremely important. In this phase is where we plan out everything. Okay, so what does that mean? That means we plan out, test everything to the smallest detail, and we show it to our patient, like we did with you. You were a part of it. You weren't, waiting for the result. You actively helped us, worked with us to achieve your final result. Yeah, so that's extremely important. And in that phase, we test everything. Okay, then we have the final phase, the final, when we give our patient the final restoration. So in your case, we did have some weird thing going on in the upper jaw, and we had to find out what it was. So, like you said, it wasn't 100%, it was 99%. But then we knew that our planning was 100% perfect, and we knew exactly where the issue was. So what we did is we just took a step back, tested everything, and we found out that in your case, your gums are extremely strong and hard, that they didn't let the bridge push, compress the gums.
Everyone works for their money, and everyone works hard for their money, you know, and it's not fair if you don't give it everything you can, you know, not just, you know, saying, oh, I did my best, but, you know, even doing courses, following up on the most cutting-edge technology, trying everything and doing everything your best to give the best result you can, you know. And the thing is, it's about generally medicine and dentistry is there is an X factor in it which you can't predict. It's, you know, it's a combination of a living organism, let's say at least in the implant dentistry, a living organism and artificial material. So you're placing a titanium, it's a piece of metal, you're placing inside of someone's living tissue, you know, and there are a lot of factors that can affect this. And of course, you know, not everything is known about this, every single detail. But today, it's a 98% success rate. It's a good atmosphere here in our clinic, and you know, of course, you can see it. You know, I mean, I'm sure you've been places and seen a lot of places where the atmosphere is not good, and then you can tell on the people, you know, when they work. Because I used to work in really big clinics a long time ago when I just started dentistry. And you can tell, you know, if people are not in good relationships and the atmosphere is bad, you can tell. And, you know, and the patients can tell, and everybody can tell. Yeah. And the quality and everything goes down because nobody can. But here, I mean, we're really thankful for that, for everybody that works here. It was really great, and they really try, and everyone really cares, you know, and they care about giving people and getting a good result.